In this video, we are going to address the habit of giving up. And I call it a habit, but really it is a form of self-sabotage. So we want to start to unravel whatever the mental, emotional things are that are going on within us that cause us to get discouraged, become so disappointed that we no longer believe in ourselves or our ability to achieve or create the thing that we want. Now, I referred to it as a habit, and I just want to briefly explain why. I want you to start to change your mindset around this idea. When we talk about a habit, most people can accept, based on their current beliefs, that a habit can be changed. If you have been brushing your teeth with your right hand virtually your entire life, and now you've decided you're going to start brushing your teeth with your left hand, it is going to require some effort. You have to recondition your mind to do it now with the left hand. By default, your mind is going to want to keep doing it the old way. There's all the neuroscience behind it. We're not going to get into that. What we really want to do here is we want to recognize that this habit was formed from a series of different life experiences. Maybe you tried something as a child and it didn't work out and you got frustrated and you gave up. And then a little bit later on, maybe days, weeks, or months later, you tried something else, you got a little bit frustrated, it didn't go the way you wanted it to go, you gave up, and now you start to develop that as a habit. Now, we do sometimes have some pretty heavy emotions entangled with this self-sabotaging pattern. If you've ever been in a situation where with your whole heart and soul, you really, really, really wanted something, as business people, it is not uncommon to experience a lot of failure and setbacks, especially early on when you're learning how to be a business person, right? And now with this online landscape, it's even more common because we're fed so many really wonderful stories about this laptop lifestyle and working, a few hours and making all of this money and how easy it is. And all you need to do is master Facebook advertising or put some ads on Google or whatever the new shiny object is. So you get sold and it feels so exciting because, hey, that's exactly what I want. And then you do the thing and it's not everything it was promised to be. And now you're left with a deep disappointment. And we start to question, is there something wrong with me? Other people are obviously doing it. The creator of that course has been able to do it and is making it sound like all of these other people are able to do it who go through this course. So if I'm following all of these steps and I'm not getting that result, then it must be because of me. There's something fundamentally wrong with me. I am not able to achieve success. I'm not able to create what I want. And so what is the logical solution to that? To give up. Now we're going to do some EFT on this. I'm also going to encourage you to do a brain dump exercise on this. If you haven't seen any of the other videos where I talk about the brain dump exercise, I'm just going to briefly explain what that is. So you're going to have a notebook and a pen or pencil, and I want you to just write down everything that's coming up for you around this story of why I can't, why I won't, why it won't work, why it can't happen for me, how it hasn't worked in the past and it won't work in the future. You're not going to try to talk yourself out of any of these things. You're not going to try to overanalyze or try to figure out, oh, when did this pattern start? Okay. The brain dump is just that. Even if it seems completely irrational and you're thinking to yourself as it's coming up, wow, I couldn't possibly believe that. That seems incredibly immature or whatever your thing is, right? Don't judge it, just write it down, okay? Because now when you get through this and you have all of your stuff written down, you can use some EFT. You can do some releasing processes. Some of it you may be able to look at and you will say to yourself, that is absolutely ridiculous. And I am willing to release and let that go. That is absolutely not serving me. I'm surprised that that's in my subconscious mind. Maybe I, heard that from my older brother when I was 12 and it just stuck with me. And so some of those things you're going to be able to release relatively quickly. Other things are going to have a lot more emotional charge on them. So you're going to look at those things and you're going to feel it. You're going to say, wow, yeah, I do really believe that. And that feels like something that I can't just simply release and let go of. That's when you're going to use the other types of tools and techniques. So do some EFT on it. Do some releasing processes on it. Look at what you're truly afraid of. Okay, so go into that deeper introspection. Look at what's behind the surface level story. So if your story is, I've tried so many things and nothing seems to be working. Well, now we want to go deeper into that. We want to see what's behind that. So asking yourself questions like, what am I afraid of? Or what have I made this mean about me? Let me give you an example, okay? So if that is the belief that I've identified, the pattern that I have perpetuated for a very long time, now I want to see what is associated with that, what beliefs, what feelings, what self-image, right? The story that I have attached to. So now it may be something along the lines of, I'm a failure and I just do not have what it takes to be successful. Okay, so there's a deeper layer there, but don't stop there. Okay, so we want to release, we want to let go, we want to identify, we want to let the emotions come up, we want to let them pass through. Okay, we're not going to recognize, oh, that brought up a whole lot of negative emotions, and then just try to skate over that, because then we're not properly releasing. And like I tell my clients, don't save it for later. If it's coming up, say yes to those feelings, let them come up and let them pass through. Okay, don't repress, don't try to avoid, try to sweep it under the rug, try to positive talk yourself out of it. If you feel the negative emotion, just recognize, I'm feeling this negative feeling. Something inside of me got triggered. This is energy that is active within me, or I would not be feeling it. Since I'm feeling it, let's let it come up and let it pass through. Let's properly release the energy. Okay. Just like when you go to the grocery store and somebody gives you an ugly look at the, in the checkout lane, and you think to yourself, well, that was rude. And you feel a little bit of negative emotion, and then you release and you let it go and you get on with your life. Now, if that triggered an old wound, then you could be dwelling on that look for hours. It could throw you off into a negative tailspin for a very long time if you're not properly releasing and letting it go. Okay. So why am I saying all these things? Because this isn't just simply about doing a couple of rounds of EFT and resolving a deep, old self-sabotaging pattern. I would love that to be the case. We all would. But the reality is that we need to identify what's going on at those deeper levels of the mind. So many people are doing so many things to try to change their life, and they're really just not getting the results that they know are possible. And that's because so often we're just skating on the surface and we're not really truly uprooting those deep, old emotional wounds, those really disempowering beliefs. And when we start to bring those things to the surface, now we can really truly release and let them go. And when we truly release and let them go, our natural, normal state of being is empowered. Okay. So now that we have addressed this, let's do some EFT on these things. So I'm not going to ask you necessarily to do your full brain dump. You most certainly can. You can pause this video, you can do your brain dump exercise, and then you can tap through the stuff that you've identified, but you don't need to. Okay. You can do that after this video is done. We're just going to do a more generalized tapping sequence on this. As I always say, really be honest with yourself about what thoughts and feelings are coming up for you. I am the guide, okay? You can tap along with me through the different tapping points and really be tuning into what my words are triggering within you. And if something comes up that is really like, whoa, that really does not feel good, focus in on that, okay? Tap through the points, focusing in on the feelings, the thoughts that are coming up for you, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with our setup phrase. So you can follow along. Remember to choose words that resonate with you, okay? Even though I have this tendency to give up on myself, I accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I have this tendency to get discouraged and give up, I love, honor, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I just want to give up, I accept who I am and why I feel this way. All right, top of the head. I feel so discouraged. Eyebrow. Things just don't work out for me. Side of the eye. I'm not as successful as I want to be. Under the eye. I work so hard. Under the nose. I try so hard. Chin. I've invested so much time and money. Collarbone. I don't understand why it's not working. Under the arm. It doesn't feel good. Inside of the wrist. I feel like a failure. Top of the head. Why am I not successful? How come other people can do these things and get better results? What is wrong with me? Maybe I just don't have what it takes. Something's wrong with me. I'm a failure. I'm a fraud. I'm a loser. I'm so tired of struggling. I just wish things were easier. I just want to give up. I'm tired of the struggle. I'm tired of failing. I'm disappointed. I'm discouraged. It's breaking my heart. I just want to be happy. What is wrong with me? I just can't seem to get ahead. I can't seem to achieve what I want. I feel like a failure. This is too hard. I've tried everything. I don't know what else to do. What if I am never successful? What if I never achieve this goal? It just feels like a no-win situation. Maybe people don't like me. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not meant to be successful. Who determines who gets to be successful? Why do other people get to achieve their goals and I can't? What is wrong with me? I feel like a failure. I just want to give up. What's the use? I'm tired of this old pattern. I want to believe in myself. I want to know that it's possible. I want to achieve my goals. I want to feel like a success. This isn't just for me, it's for everyone. It's better for my family. It's better for my employees. It's better for me to succeed than to fail. But I just can't seem to figure this out. I keep trying to figure it out. Nothing is working. None of the coaches or the tactics are working. Nothing seems to be getting me to where I want to be. There must be something really wrong with me. Am I broken? Am I defective? I just want to let this go. This is a very old pattern. Maybe I'm giving up too soon. Maybe I'm giving up too fast. I have heard of other people who struggled in the beginning and broke through. When is it going to be my time to break through? When am I going to break this habit? What do I have to shift in my mindset? What do I have to believe about myself? Do I have the ability to be successful? Do I have the ability to achieve this goal? I'm willing to let go of the past. I'm willing to let go of the struggle. I'm willing to let go of the frustration. I'm willing to let go of the sadness. I'm willing to let go of the deep emotional pain. I'm willing to let it all go. I give myself permission to let it go. It's so old. I don't need to continue to be that way anymore. I can and I will let it go. I give myself permission to believe that it's possible. I'm willing to release my fear. I'm willing to let go of the fear that I can't do it. I'm willing to let go of the fear that I'll be disappointed. I've been disappointed anyway, so holding on to the fear is not working. I'm willing to let it go. I'm willing to break free. I'm willing to believe in myself. I can be successful. I can achieve my goals. I can love my life. I can be abundant. I can achieve the level of success that my heart desires. I'm willing to let go of any remaining resistance. I'm willing to let go of my old stories. I'm ready to create a new self-image. I'm ready to see myself as someone who makes a decision and follows through. I'm ready to see myself as someone who finds a way to achieve the goal. I'm ready to see myself as someone who is successful. I am successful. I am confident. I am powerful. I am courageous. I can do it. I can do it. Now take a nice deep cleansing breath and just observe what is coming up into your conscious awareness. Notice if there is more negative emotional charge coming up for you. If so, please continue tapping, tap through whatever is coming up for you. If you feel a sense of inner peace or completion on this, that is wonderful. I still am going to encourage you to do the brain dump exercise, okay? And work through whatever is coming up for you. Don't save that stuff for later. Don't drag it into your future, okay? Let's release and let go. Just release and let go, okay? Hit the reset button. Give yourself an opportunity to achieve your goals with less resistance. And what does that mean? That means we're not dragging all of these heavy, old, limiting beliefs, fears, doubts, and insecurities into our future. And we will see you in another video.